Okay, we're here with a MyTee HP60, and you could hear the pump is continuously running, whether I'm depressing the trigger or not. So I'm going to tell you guys how to fix this easily. Tools needed to do the repair: 10mm socket, 1/16 Allen, 3/4 inch open end wrench, and now optional, either a small pair of pliers or a stubby adjustable wrench. On the back of the machine, you have 1, 2 10mm bolts. You're gonna just remove these, put them in a safe place, and I'll show you what to do next. Once you have both 10mm bolts removed, you're gonna lock all the wheels. I prop open the machine. You're gonna get yourself a 1/16 Allen wrench. If you're comfortable doing this when this is running, that's okay. Obviously, to be safe, you should shut the machine off and pull the power. For the sake of the video, I'm gonna do it while it's running. You have 2 set screws, 1 and 2. The reason this happens is the pump gets debris caught in it, and the pump has a safety feature where it continuously runs to try to free the debris. This has been doing this for about a month now. The debris is not gonna free itself. So what I'm gonna do is I have a 1/16 Allen wrench. You're gonna use this one right here, the one closest to the electrical. Don't touch this. If you're not comfortable, unplug the machine. Now I'm gonna start by backing out the screw. Now, I did confirm with the company, this set screw should be showing 1 to 2 threads out from the factory. It isn't. So I'm just gonna turn it. Okay, now I'm starting to see the threading. Okay, let's see. Giving it some time, seeing if it pulsates. Right now it seems good. And that's it. You're gonna do it until it stops. Now, as I was working on the machine, I kept backing out the screw, and basically no matter how far I backed it out, it would stop for about 30, 40 seconds, sometimes a minute. Then it would start again, just pulsate, not continuously run, but pulsate. And that's when I discovered another issue, and I'll show you what that is and how to resolve it. We're just gonna remove this right here, because you'll notice that the pump, you can see it right there, is leaking. So what happens is the pump loses pressure and runs until it regains that pressure. And you notice the pump pulsating every couple seconds, every minute. Most likely it's leaking. So I had a combination of both. My set screw was too far in, continuously running, and I had a minor leak. So it would lose suction, work, regain the suction, regain that pressure, and then lose it again. So I'm gonna remove this right here, and this right here, I'm gonna give it a full turn. Advisable to put a small rag down, and you could see, I didn't even do anything yet. Look how loose. So that's probably not gonna hold pressure. Okay, so I removed the brass elbow. It was too loose. And I called the company. They use pipe sealant. You could kind of see, if you look close down in here, you could see it. They said you could either use Teflon or pipe sealant. I'm gonna go with both. I own a car wash. I always go with both. It's personal preference. Just use a high quality thread sealant, or Teflon tape, or a high quality thread sealant. These are my 2 favorites right here. If you are gonna use the thread sealant, don't glob it on, and don't run the machine until it's dry. A quick tip, this is going into plastic, so don't crank it on. Rely more on your procedure for applying the Teflon and the thread sealant than just thinking you're gonna crank it on and get a good seal. It's metal, brass going into plastic, so you always wanna be careful, all right? So we're all buttoned in. Last part was the brass fitting into the brass elbow. This you could make pretty tight. Before we were going into plastic, we didn't want to make it too tight. So that's basically it. I'm gonna let the sealant dry before I test it out, but I'm pretty certain that this fixed the issue.